Your doctor never told you this, and it's sitting right in your kitchen. Right now, your blood sugar is playing a dangerous game with your life, spiking and dropping without warning, leaving you exhausted, confused, scared. You check your glucose, you take your pills, you watch everything you eat, but nothing feels stable anymore. You wake up tired, you go to bed worried, and somewhere in between, you lost the joy of just living a normal day. Forget insulin. But what if I told you there's something so simple, so natural, that it takes just 3 minutes of your day and can help steady those blood sugar spikes you dread? No complicated recipes, no expensive supplements, no turning your whole life upside down. If you feel tired of this endless battle, hit that like button right now and write in the comments, "I choose my health today." Because today you're going to learn about a daily mix that real people are using to feel steadier, calmer, and more in control. This isn't magic, but it's close. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make it work for you, starting tomorrow morning. Did you know that many dishes that seem healthy for diabetics can actually be dangerous? Discover the recipes that really work. Stop feeling limited or insecure in the kitchen. My book brings together delicious and easy recipes, specially created to keep your blood sugar under control and add more flavor to your life. I've already helped thousands of diabetics eat better, feel happier, and achieve a lighter life with my book. Every recipe has been tested and approved by those who understand the needs of people living with diabetes. Click the link in the first comment of this video now and get immediate access to the book that will transform your meals today. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. You're not failing at controlling your diabetes. The system is failing you. They tell you to eat less, move more, take more pills, check your sugar 10 times a day, but nobody tells you about the simple things that actually help your body work with you, not against you. You feel like you're constantly fighting yourself, and that's exhausting. Your pancreas is tired, your cells are confused, and your blood sugar, it's riding a roller coaster you never bought a ticket for. But here's what they don't tell you in those quick doctor visits. Your body is still trying to help you every single day, if you just give it the right support. Let me share something real with you. Margaret, 72 years old from Ohio, spent 5 years watching her glucose monitor like it was a ticking bomb. Every morning, same fear. Every meal, same anxiety. She told me she couldn't even enjoy her grandkids' visits because she was always worried about the next crash, the next spike. Then someone told her about a simple morning mix, something she could make in 3 minutes with things already in her pantry. She didn't believe it would work, but she was desperate enough to try. Within 2 weeks, Margaret noticed something different. Her morning numbers were steadier. The afternoon crashes weren't hitting as hard. She had energy to play with her grandchildren again. No more sugar crashes. That's when she realized the answer wasn't more restriction. It was the right support. Now let me tell you what Margaret started using, and what you can start tomorrow. Cinnamon, apple cider vinegar, and warm water. That's it. 3 simple ingredients you probably already have. But here's why this matters more than you think. Cinnamon isn't just a spice your grandma put in apple pie. Studies show it can help your cells respond better to insulin, like opening a locked door your body's been pushing against for years. It helps glucose move from your bloodstream into your cells where it actually belongs. Apple cider vinegar? It slows down how fast your body breaks down carbohydrates, which means your blood sugar doesn't spike as sharply after meals. Think of it like a speed bump for sugar rushing into your bloodstream. Together in warm water first thing in the morning, these create a gentle, natural way to help your body manage glucose more smoothly throughout the day. Here's exactly how you make it. And trust me, if Margaret can do this every morning, so can you. Take 1 cup of warm water, not hot, just warm enough to be comfortable. Add 1 teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon, that's the good kind, the one that's safer for daily use. Then add 1 tablespoon of raw unfiltered apple cider vinegar, the kind with the mother in it, that cloudy stuff at the bottom. Stop taking pills, stir it together, and drink it 15 to 20 minutes before your breakfast. That timing matters because it prepares your body for the food coming in, like giving your metabolism a gentle wake-up call. Some people add a tiny bit of honey if the taste is too strong, but keep it minimal. You're not trying to make it delicious, you're making it effective, and 3 minutes, that's all it takes. 3 minutes that could change how you feel all day long. Now I know what you're thinking. Does this really work? Or is this just another internet trend that promises everything and delivers nothing? Let me give you the real talk. This isn't going to cure your diabetes. This isn't going to replace your medication. But what it can do, what real people report feeling, is steadier energy, fewer dramatic spikes and crashes, better morning numbers, and a sense of control you haven't felt in years. Think of your blood sugar like a wild horse. Your medications are trying to control it with force. This morning mix, it's like gentle training, helping that horse calm down naturally. Your body wants to work properly. It's just been fighting an uphill battle. This gives it a fighting chance. And when you wake up tomorrow and your glucose reading isn't scary, when you make it through lunch without that crushing fatigue, when you actually feel like yourself again, that's when you'll understand. Let me tell you about something else that works with this mix beautifully. Once you've started your morning right, you want to keep that momentum going. Around mid-morning, many people add a handful of raw almonds or walnuts. These aren't just snacks. They're little powerhouses of healthy fats and fiber that keep your blood sugar from spiking between meals. Your body processes them slowly, which means steady energy instead of that horrible crash you usually get around 10 or 11 a.m. Pair them with a small apple if you want something sweet, because the fiber in the apple slows down the sugar absorption. Forget insulin. You're not depriving yourself. You're just being smarter about how you eat. Think of it like this. Instead of throwing gasoline on a fire, you're adding logs that burn slow and steady. Your blood sugar stays in a safer range, your energy stays consistent, and you don't feel like you're starving yourself or missing out on life. Here's another thing Margaret learned, and I want you to hear this. At lunch, she started adding more leafy greens and lean protein to her plate, not because someone forced her, but because she noticed when she did, her afternoon felt completely different. Spinach, kale, lettuce, any dark green vegetable you can find, these are like sponges for excess glucose. They slow digestion, they provide nutrients your cells are begging for, and they fill you up without spiking your blood sugar. Add grilled chicken, fish, or even beans, and you've got a meal that supports stable glucose for hours. She told me the best part wasn't even the numbers on her monitor. It was how she felt, clear-headed, energized, like she could actually live her life instead of managing a disease. And that's what you deserve too. Not just better numbers, but better days. Days where you're not afraid of food, not exhausted by lunch, not worried about what comes next. Let's talk about hydration for a second, because this is huge and almost nobody talks about it. When you're dehydrated, your blood sugar gets more concentrated, which means higher readings and more problems. But here's the thing, plain water can get boring fast, and sugary drinks are obviously off the table. So what do? Herbal teas, unsweetened green tea, chamomile, hibiscus, these are your friends. Green tea especially has compounds that can help with insulin sensitivity. Drink it warm or cold, whatever you prefer. Throughout the day, aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses of fluid. No more sugar crashes. Not all at once, just keep a bottle near you and sip consistently. Your kidneys need that water to flush out excess sugar. Your cells need it to function properly. And honestly, when you're well hydrated, you feel better, think clearer, and your body can actually do the work it's supposed to do. It's such a simple thing, but it makes a massive difference. Margaret keeps a big water bottle on her kitchen counter now, adds lemon or cucumber slices for flavor, and she drinks it all day long. Now, here's something important I need you to understand. This isn't about perfection. You're not going to drink this morning mix and suddenly have perfect blood sugar for the rest of your life. Some days will be harder than others. Some meals will spike you more than expected. That's normal. That's life with diabetes. But what you're doing with this daily mix, with these small consistent choices, is giving your body the best possible chance to stay steady. You're reducing the drama, the fear, the constant worry. And over time, those small improvements add up to something real. I'm stronger than diabetes. Write that in the comments if you feel it, because you are. You're stronger than you think, and you're not alone in this fight. Every person watching this video right now is fighting the same battle, feeling the same fears, hoping for the same relief. And together, we're finding what actually works. Let me give you one more piece of this puzzle. Your evening routine matters just as much as your morning. A lot of people don't realize that what you do before bed affects your morning glucose reading. So here's what helps. A small snack with protein and healthy fat about an hour before sleep. A tablespoon of almond butter, a few slices of cheese, a handful of nuts. This keeps your blood sugar from dropping too low overnight, which prevents that morning spike your liver creates to compensate. Your liver is trying to protect you, but sometimes it overreacts. Stop taking pills. By giving it a gentle, steady source of fuel before bed, you wake up with much better numbers. Margaret started doing this, and her morning readings dropped by 20 to 30 points within a week. She couldn't believe something so simple made such a difference. But it does. Because your body is a system, and when you support it at the right times, everything works better. Think about how you feel right now. Tired, overwhelmed, maybe a little hopeful but also skeptical. I get it. You've tried things before that didn't work. You've been let down by promises that sounded too good to be true. But this isn't a miracle cure being sold to you. This is just real information about real foods that real people are using to feel better. The morning mix with cinnamon and apple cider vinegar, the smart snacking with nuts, the leafy greens at lunch, the hydration throughout the day, the evening protein snack. These aren't expensive, they're not complicated. They're just smart, simple strategies that work with your body instead of against it. And when you string them together day after day, you start to notice something incredible. You feel like yourself again. Not perfect, not cured, but steadier, calmer, more in control. Here's the beautiful truth about all of this. You don't have to overhaul your entire life tomorrow. You don't have to throw out your kitchen and start from scratch. You just start with that 3-minute morning mix. That's it. Tomorrow morning, warm water, cinnamon, apple cider vinegar. Drink it before breakfast. See how you feel. Then maybe the next day you add the handful of almonds mid-morning. The day after that, you try the leafy greens at lunch. Forget insulin. Small steps, consistent actions, real results. This is how real change happens, not through force or deprivation, but through support and consistency. Your body wants to heal. It wants to work properly. It's been fighting so hard for so long. Give it this help and watch what happens. You might be surprised at how much better you can feel with such simple changes. Margaret told me something last month that still stays with me. She said, "I spent 5 years being angry at my body for betraying me. Now I understand it was just asking for help in a language I didn't know how to hear." That's what this is really about. Learning to listen to your body, learning what it needs, learning how to support it instead of fighting it. Your diabetes isn't your enemy. It's a message. It's your body saying, "I need different support, I need better fuel, I need consistency." And when you answer that call with simple, natural strategies like this morning mix, like smart food choices, like proper hydration, everything starts to shift. Not overnight, but steadily. Not dramatically, but noticeably. And one day you wake up and realize you're not just surviving with diabetes anymore. You're actually living your life again. Now, I want to be completely honest with you about something. This works for many people, but everyone's body is different. Your diabetes might be more advanced, you might be on multiple medications, you might have other health conditions. This morning mix and these strategies are meant to support you, not replace medical care. Always talk to your doctor about changes you're making, especially if you're on medication, because as your blood sugar improves, your medication might need adjusting. No more sugar crashes. That's a good problem to have, but it needs professional monitoring. What I'm sharing with you here is what real people are doing alongside their medical treatment to feel better, to have more energy, to worry less. It's additional support, not a replacement. But that support can make all the difference between struggling through each day and actually enjoying your life again. That's what you deserve, and that's what these simple strategies can help you achieve. Let me paint you a picture of what's possible. Imagine waking up tomorrow and checking your glucose, and it's steady. Not perfect, but steady. You make your 3-minute morning mix, drink it calmly, and start your breakfast without that knot of anxiety in your stomach. Mid-morning, you have your handful of almonds and you feel satisfied, not starving. Lunch comes, you eat your leafy greens with protein, and the afternoon doesn't crash you into the couch. You stay hydrated, you keep your energy level, and by evening you're not exhausted and worried. You have your small protein snack before bed, and the next morning you wake up to good numbers again. Stop taking pills. Day after day, this becomes your new normal. Not perfect days, but better days. Days where diabetes is something you manage, not something that manages you. That's what Margaret has now. That's what thousands of people are finding with these simple, consistent strategies. And that's what's waiting for you, starting tomorrow morning. Here's my final thought for you, and I want you to really hear this. You've been carrying this burden for so long. The worry, the fear, the exhaustion, the feeling that your body is out of control and there's nothing you can do about it. But that's not true. There's so much you can do, and it doesn't have to be complicated or expensive or overwhelming. It can be as simple as a 3-minute morning routine that supports your blood sugar naturally, as simple as smarter snack choices that keep you steady, as simple as drinking enough water and eating more vegetables. These aren't restrictions, they're freedoms. Freedom from constant spikes and crashes. Freedom from that paralyzing fear every time you eat. Freedom to actually live your life instead of being consumed by managing this disease. You're stronger than your diabetes, and you have more control than you think. This is your starting point. Tomorrow morning, make that mix. See how you feel. Trust the process, trust your body, and trust that better days are absolutely possible for you. Tomorrow starts differently for you. Make that 3-minute mix, feel the change, and remember, you're not fighting this battle alone. I'm leaving a recommended video on your screen right now that you absolutely need to click and watch next. It builds perfectly on what you just learned here and gives you even more practical strategies to keep your blood sugar steady and your energy high. Click it now while this information is fresh in your mind, because every tool you add to your diabetes management makes you stronger and more in control. You deserve to feel good again, and that next video is waiting to help you get there.